The luxury Renault Trezor. Renault, a French car company, has earned and won many hearts as a respected and inventive company that has built something for everyone, which is everything from small city vehicles to trucks, tractors, and even agricultural equipment at certain moments. Renault hasn't backed down and continues to develop innovative and attractive cars. A few months ago, the company released a beautiful concept car with the Trezor. So, what does this new concept car bring to the table in terms of luxury? Let's find out more about the level of luxury that this car offers. But first, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell for more luxurious videos. And without further ado, let's get started with this interesting video. So, a few years ago, Renault debuted the Trezor, a stunning concept car. The vehicle is a concept that will most likely showcase future versions of cars that Renault aims to produce. Renault is known for producing futuristic vehicles that often serve as prototypes for future models. The Trezor is an intriguing model, and we may see the technology utilized in an actual automobile in the future. Using advanced technology, this car offers safety, performance, and most importantly, the one thing you cannot resist, especially if you own one or will own one, luxury at its best. At this point, we've stated that the Trezor is just a concept. However, unlike many other manufacturers who prefer to show off clay models, Renault has made the Trezor and is a fully working vehicle. This is interesting. The design of the car shows luxury even from the outside. To begin with, it's designed using Formula E technology, which is really astounding for a vehicle of this sort. Second, it's a fully autonomous vehicle, a system that may be seen on Renault and Nissan vehicles in the future. Finally, the Trezor is one of the most attractive automobiles produced this year, demonstrating Renault's commitment to its end. The Trezor is so much more than a concept automobile, even if it will never be built. It's Renault's future, presented in advance for everyone's enjoyment. The car utilizes modern materials like carbon fiber, which is light, beautiful, and durable. The Renault Trezor's chassis is made entirely of carbon fiber, making it one of the stiffest and lightest for a car of this size. It has a length of 185 inches, a width of more than 83 inches, and a drag coefficient of 0.22. This was accomplished by creating one of the lowest, widest, and slickest cars ever built. The Trezor concept borrows a lot from concepts from the already existing Renault cars, since it has well-known redesigns that you may expect to see in the following Renault vehicles. It's warm, simple, and has lovely lines. For example, it also has a distinct face and characteristic illumination in a C-shaped LED. It features daytime running lights that make the car look even more classy when on the road. The hood features a modern design since it incorporates honeycombed air inlets to help with battery cooling. The automobile has a cover on the back part that changes shape as it glides into the arches of the rear wheel bends. It's referred to as parametric design by the French automaker. The running gear employs completely independent inboard suspension to maintain the center of gravity as low as possible. This suspension system ensures that the vehicle is as safe as possible and smooth when being driven, which is an added ingredient. Even though it's made of carbon fiber, it only weighs around 3,500 pounds because it's a totally electric vehicle with a big battery. The battery also adds safety to the car since it ensures that its weight is as low as possible. And that's not all. This car features no doors on the sides like the ordinary cars that we know of. This kind of entrance design is inspired by the world of historical racing vehicles when drivers felt one with their machines. The red leather trim on the top half of the pillar emphasizes the sports and sensuous nature of the entrance. It nearly looks like a saddle, so you could ride a horse just as quickly as you'd get into a vehicle. Automatically reclining headrests make boarding easier. When you get in the Trezor, you'll see another surprise. A red wood dashboard with a baggage area at the front. Leather straps hold made-to-measure cases in place, meaning travel can be an art form. Trezor is a two-seater electric coupe that embraces Renault's new design philosophy, first unveiled with the Trezor concept in 2010, and later inspired the lines of the new Clio in 2012. The Trezor announced the first stage of a design approach based on the cycle of life, falling in love, with its dramatic style and passion red coachwork. But the Trezor goes much farther. signifying sentiments of maturity and commitment. It represents the maturity of Renault's designs, which has been the key motivator for buyers to buy one of the brand's automobiles since 2014. The hood and windshield, a large curving red glass piece, wrap around the whole cabin, are also part of the roof. Although the clamshell design has been utilized before on other ideas, this is by far the most spectacular application to date. The inside is also not to be overlooked. There are cooling radiators and a large compartment for specialized baggage where the front engine would be. These, like the rest of the inside, are red. The dash is not left behind. Modern design rules the dash, which is also colored red. The design of this car blends the interior colors and the ones on the outside, making it one of the most pieces of vehicles out there. Some of the ideas are also taken to the interior by borrowing exterior design concepts from classic cars. Despite being a futuristic car that you would expect to have everything digital in this one, there's also an analog gauge that indicates the battery charge level where the petrol filler would be on a traditional automobile. The side-mounted Renault logo rests on support that also seems to propel it into place. Meanwhile, the lighting system in the back employs laser-assisted fiber optics. Consider the Aurora Borealis or the comfort of a fire. Renault, like other large automobile manufacturers, now has a team of designers dedicated just to lighting because of how fast-moving the technology has evolved. This car has been made in a way that poses new surprises every time you look into its traits. The Formula E engine can provide a significant quantity of regenerative energy, allowing a Trezor to considerably range. That means that this car would recycle some of the points that it uses while traveling. Even though this is still just a concept, the actual powertrain could be relatively simple to adopt for production. As a result, we may soon witness a fully electric Renault capable of traveling up to 200 kilometers on a single charge. We can all attest that Trezor, the concept car, is beautiful and still wowing as it did to the crowds at the Geneva Motor Show where it was first unveiled. For a vehicle that has yet to be produced, its designs are remarkable, wild, and brightly promising. On the other hand, the style and technology are welcome additions to future models that embody the Renault vision and enthusiasm for automobiles. Meanwhile, Trezor is still only a concept automobile, and it will stay such for the time being. However, the elements available in this car will remain. For example, the company aims to utilize the autonomous system on all models in the future. And that's all for today's video. I'd like to wrap it up there. What do you think of the luxury Renault Trezor concept? Will it be a success? Comment below, let's engage. Also support the channel by subscribing and leaving a like. That's it for now, until next time. Goodbye.